Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's hit it.
No worries. You teach each other. I am a light. I am a light. I am a light in this world. I am a light. I am a light. I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. You sound beautiful. Now it's gonna be you are a light. Got it? Here we go. You are a light. You are a light. You are a light in this world. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. That sounds good. Now, I think I want to hear some more from you. I know you've got more than, let's see. You got one heart that can really sing out. Okay, and this time we're going to include everybody. It's going to be, we are a light. Ready? And we are a light. We are a light. We are a light in this world. We are a light. We are a light. We are a light. We are a light in this world. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine, yes, we shine, and we shine so bright. We shine, we shine, we shine, we shine, we shine, we shine our light.
All right, good job, you guys. All right, have a seat. And we're going to move into a meditation. So I'll let you guys dim those lights for me. And I'm just going to mention the title of the talk first, because the title was supposed to be Navigating the Tides of Life. And I thought that was just too simple. So I changed it to Navigating the Edgy Tides of Life. So the meditation is about you and what it takes for you to be who you are through life. So I invite you to close your eyes, and I will read the meditation, and then we'll have about a three-minute silence, and then I'll bring you back out with prayer. It takes courage to trust your inner light, to ascend the throne of your own inner spiritual authority, especially if the light of the others around you seem more powerful than your own at times. You are being asked to trust the light within. Above all, have faith in your own heart. Know that the divine dwells within you, is with you always. And so as you go into this time of silence, I ask you to ask your heart, take me to that place of courage and abide within me. Take me to that place of courage and abide within me. And so today, as I open this service, I am knowing that the one infinite presence we call God, we call intelligence, we call source, whatever name it is that you call it, it is here at this very moment, embracing, unfolding, moving through each and every one of us at this moment. It is also knowing that all those that are online now or in the future are embracing this notion, this notion of knowing that God is everywhere present at every moment. And so today I give great thanks. I give great thanks for the technology that allows us to be all over the world. For Martin, who has used his wisdom to bring forth all those different voices, all those different people from all the different places, all at one time. I'm thankful for the music of Victoria and Sylvia, who just enjoy themselves as they broaden our hearts with their own voices. I'm thankful for the children in this room, knowing that they are our future and that we are grateful that they are here. I am thankful for each person that is here because they are willing, able, and saying yes to more good, more health. And I am grateful that Spirit allows me to speak the truth, to allow all the different aspects of the topic today to come forward with ease and with grace. And so with that, I give great thanks for this day, for all that we're about to experience, knowing that it's absolutely perfect right here, right now. And join me in saying, and so it is. Amen. And so let's bring back Victoria and Sylvia. Let's give them a round. Hey.
Go Victoria.
Go where?
Follow Sylvia.
Okay. That'll be scary. Okay, good. They brought the band today, I heard. Yeah.
Playing one of my favorite Karen Drucker songs.
Eeny, teeny, weeny,
Hey, Martin, do I have
Jeannie
a microphone
and-
here?
weeny.
I do. Thank you.
Lista, chica. Let's do it.
This or something better is waiting for me. I know that this or something better is the key that will set myself free. Gonna let go of control. Gonna get out of my way. I know the universe conspires to bring me heaven today. This or something better is waiting for me. I know that this or something better is the key that will set my heart free. I'm gonna start playing it small, doing everything I can. I think I should. I know the universe comes up to need me to claim my highest form of good. I know that this or something better is waiting for me. I know that this or something better is the key that will set my heart free. Air guitar. Here we go. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I do, I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. And this or something better is waiting for me. I know that this or something better is the key that will set my heart free. When I let go of my dreams, let my imagination know that this or something better, come on, sing it, is waiting for me. I know that this or something better is the key that will set my heart free. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I do, I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. And this or something better, this or something better. I know that this or something better right now. This or something better. I know that I claim it, something better right now. This or something better right now. I know that this or something better right now. This or something better right now. I know that this or something better right now. This or something better right now. I know that this or something better right now. I claim it. What you gonna do right now? Victoria, all right. Thank you.
I heard it.
10-4?
Okay.
Sorry about that. Okay, so I need the clicker though, please. Thanks.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. So, as I mentioned, the topic is the edgy tides of life. Anybody had any edge this week? Any? Yeah, we all have. There's a lot going on, and not only with out there, but in here. And I'll talk a little bit about some in here, so give you an example. But I'm going to start out with a quote that we're going to start with a quote, and we're going to end with the same quote. Because I'm hoping by the time I move you through the quote and through all I'm going to talk about, is that quote is going to have a lot more meaning by the end. So, here is the quote. The best way to end something is to starve it. No reaction, just don't feed it. That's where the true power lies. Where attention goes, energy flows. And when energetic patterns are broken, new worlds emerge. Don't return negative energy. Remove yourself. Create a new algorithm. And I've read this over and over this last couple days, and I found that this was old wisdom with new technology. The algorithm. And we have a choice. We have a choice as to which way we want to go. Do we want to feed the bad stuff? Or want to go, oh, well, just let it be, and I'm going to move where I want to go. Because we're constantly shifting. Anybody here shifted from this week to last week? How many classes have you taken? Right. Some of them are really major and some of them are very small. I'll talk a little bit about that. But we're like the tides. We're ebbing and we're flowing and we're shifting and we're going, well, today's different than yesterday. My body feels different. I'm experiencing something different. I can walk today. I'm at 120 degrees opposed to 98. You know what I mean? I just had my knee replaced, so that's why they're all smiling at me. That's why I'm dancing today, yeah. But the seasons shift. Things change, okay? We have people that come and go in our lives. That's really hard, isn't it? Yeah. That's the hard one, I think. At least it is for me. Technology advances. I mean, Martin last week, we came in during the week, and he showed me, I don't know if you've figured it out yet, but he's going to hand me an iPad, and he has 3 different technologies where they all can talk to me. So all of you that are online can write to me in the moment. Put me on the mic, thank you. So the technology is pretty amazing, and we have to, I put it right there, we have to keep up with it. And you know I love technology, so we won't go there. Yeah, I like AI, but I know its limitations too, and I don't know everything about it yet. And we have to know that, I wrote this and then I thought, why do I want to say this? It says, the unexpected often knocks at our door. And I'll have you know that last week I actually, somebody said to me, so the shoe's going to fall. And I don't believe that. I don't believe that the shoe actually falls. I believe the shoe moves in a direction that gives us a hint as to where we need to go. But we tend to think that it's just a fall and that's the end. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. The thing that's most important, really the most important that I have learned, and I'm tested every day on this, is that the divine is here at that moment. Spirit is with us. There's no place where it's not. And we have to constantly, constantly say yes to that. Even though it doesn't make sense. Anybody have one of those? It didn't make sense that I had to ask that one? Yeah. And it's a constant. Now I know that as a default, because I'm a minister and I'm always having to stretch through those things, it's kind of natural for me now. But there are moments when it's not, and I'll give you an example today. Ernest Holmes says this. Oh, you already have it up for me. He says, we are all immersed in an infinite mind, a consciousness that is omnipresent. The only thing that limits us is the way we think. We have to choose how we want to think. Thank you. We want to choose it. We need to know we have that choice. But anybody forget that? Yes, we forget it all the time. Because I'm going to turn this one on now. Those didn't work. So how about some batteries that work? It's okay. No, get some that are in the electric, please. It's okay. It's technology. We work with it, right?
Yeah, we do.
We do. We're flexible here. It doesn't matter. We have enough around us to make it all go. But it's the way that we think. That one decided it didn't want to work, so she'll come up with a new one. Do I want to get panicked about that or say, no, let's move on. Let's keep moving forward. The thing about all of this is, how do we do it? Do we act in grace and faith or fear and resistance? Who resisted this week? Okay, it's confession, okay? And we do it all together. That way it's okay, right? So, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I resisted until I was shaking, and I'll give you an example of what that looked like.
Green light for you.
Thank you very much. Okay, turn it down because it'll be popping. So we have to stay rooted in the divine way of navigation. Okay, I'll move this away. I'm on now. Thank you. Yay. Technology, right. So I'm not used to putting it in my pocket. So we have to do, there are 3 principles I'm going to talk about today. First one is pausing, watching and listening, and flowing. Those are the 3 I'm going to talk about. But before I do that, I'm going to read a passage. This is one of the books that I had to read. I believe it was in practitioner training. And it's a really great book. It's called Elegant Choices, Healing Choices. And I'm going to read a part out of here, because the thing that happens to all of us, I think, is that there's a progression in our spiritual awareness. There's a progression in whether we trust ourselves. There's a progression as to what's the community I want to be with that I can trust that will help me continue to grow. You agree with me? Good, I want to see the heads. All right, so here's what, it's Marcia Sinatar. Here's what she says. We humans so easily resist our own good. From within ourselves, from our most basic drives and urges, come strong forces that take us in inelegant directions. Repeatedly, we sabotage our long-term good, acting as if we were adversaries to the very life, the very joy, and the vitalities we desperately crave. We become addicts to the wrong food. Anybody did that when I had 2 ice creams this week? Or we use chemical substances for energy or to blanket our awareness of the things in our lives that don't work. We avoid those persons who might be helpful to us, and we move closer to those toxics to our long-term good. Deeper still, in unconscious regions of our soul, we fear our own strength and talent and goodness. We fear it, which then develops fully, makes us visible for those of you that are out there in the world, distinctive, powerful, and fully responsible to take on more of the things we now avoid. So there's a progress, I'm not using the right word here. There's steps that we take to get us into that next step. I love listening to children. They're just so sweet. Now, she goes on to say, yet certain people do move forward. And I believe that everybody that's sitting here moves forward. They inspire. You all inspire, right? You inspired somebody last week? I'm sure you did. Lead and help us by their courage and honesty. And by the way, these direct their energies and commitments. They direct the energies and commitment. For the most part, these persons are actualizing, growing towards their best selves, and they teach us how to grow as well. They demonstrate through their lives and actions what is healthiest, most attractive, and meaningful by their way of being, their values, and their choices. They point the way to complete personhood. So the point I'm trying to make is all of you are doing that, whether you realize it or not. You're pointing your life towards good personhood. But we have to also have techniques. We have to know, how do we do this? We can't just blast in and say, here I am, take me, do we? We have to go gently along the path. So I'm here to talk about, are we creating the problem or making conscious choices? So we're going to talk about pausing at the moment. Marcia Sinatar reminds us, she says this, change can either challenge or threaten us. Change can challenge or threaten us. And our beliefs pave the way to success, or they'll block you. So I want you to think about situations in your life, and I'll give you an example of mine in a minute, that cause us, we need to pause. We need to say, wait a minute. Now, maybe we don't say that to them, wait a minute. We say, wait a minute, inside. And we say this, things like this. When we feel like, can you pause it, go one up? There we go. When you feel like a victim, everything bad happens to me. We need to pause. I had somebody say that to me this last week. And I'm like, let's reverse that. Because that's not necessarily true. When you don't understand what your body's saying to you. Anybody have that one? I've had that one this week. What's my body telling me this week, right? Or at this moment? When you let your nationality, language, or color define you. When you realize that you're the architect of your life. Oh, now that's scary. I'm in charge of me. What I say makes a difference. See how these are stepping up? And then when thought leads you to feel like a channel of one source. Every time I get up here, and I don't know if you may not see me do this, but I pray that the words that come out of me are the words that need to be said. Not because I'm anything better than anybody else, but because I want to hopefully give something that is of value so that you walk through your next week going, I remember that. I got a call from an old friend, one that I had severed relationships with and then worked through that, and I haven't talked to them for a couple years. And they were like, I didn't think you'd like me anymore. Or they were afraid that she was gonna fall. And it was like, wait a minute, where did that come from? Who made that one up? I didn't make that up. We just went on with our lives. Anyway, it ended up being an hour and a half phone call, so it turned out okay, you know. But the point being is, we have to be aware in that moment when those things are being said. How do we react to them? How do we talk about it? How do we help maybe somebody get on the other side of knowing that's not at all what was true? Has anybody had that happen where somebody says something like that? Yeah, okay. So let me give you my own personal example. And it's really been an interesting week with this knee thing. I've realized that I had been on opioids for a solid 5 weeks, 4 times a day. Yeah. And what made me realize that I needed to do something was I could not think. I couldn't 1 minute say this and the next 30 seconds I couldn't remember what I said. I had to write lists. I had to be careful. This is a good one. I had to be careful what I bought. Those are real things. You know? And if I'm going to stand up here and talk to you, I have to be careful what I say. I want to make sure what I say is accurate, not something that's not. Anyway, and the other part of this is I've been going back and forth with my PA doctor, you might say, and saying, okay, give me some more. Anyway, I finally, you know, in them giving me my last prescription, it was get off of this. Get off. So there was a directive. And I'd say, well, I have got off of that. I'm going to get off of this. Get off of that too. But now, when you tell your body to get off of something, what does it say to you?
No.
No.
Forget it. Well, in talking to Cindy, who's a therapist, she says, what happens is in your body is it goes through a little period of depression. I didn't even think about that. Because it's, quote, in a way, kind of starving for that what you used to get to make you feel better. But it ain't there anymore. So I was determined to get off of these things, but I didn't know how. So I got off of one, which was really good because now I have my brain back. But the other one, my body still needed. Now, I'm not saying needed in the same capacity, but I couldn't feel the, how do I put, the signals. Now, the reason I'm giving you this is about my body. I want you to think about your own body. It talks to you. It gives you signals. That's the divine flowing through you to say, hey. So finally I was told, go take that medication. And I did, and it calmed down. Now, I don't have to take it all the time. I take it when I need to or when I go to sleep. But it's more of a regulation of understanding and listening to what's the body telling me. I'm going to ask you all to take a look right now, close your eyes, and ask your body what it's telling you. What is it talking to you about? What does it need attention to? So just remember that. When you leave here, go take care of it. Okay? You can open your eyes again. The point is I had to pause. I had to pause into that, which was not comfortable. It isn't comfortable to pause, especially, anybody been in a fight and going, or an argument with your spouse and going, hold on, wait, I got to pause here. I do it all the time. Because otherwise, what am I doing? I'm reacting to the conversation, which may or may not be what I want to say. So I will just shut my mouth, and then I will think about it, and then I'll come back and I'll make a comment or talk about it. But that led me to the listening and the watching as the next step. And I'm not going to carry on about myself, but the point being, if I hadn't stopped and listened, I wouldn't have felt the edginess. You all went into your little places and you found the edginess. So I want you to listen to that edginess. Just listen to it. And if you don't have an answer, and I've had people come up to me after the talk and say, I don't know what you were talking about. If you don't hear the answer, wait. Wait. It will come to you. It may be one word, it may be one thing. Just wait, it will come to you. Eckhart Tolle said this, and I could have given you this quote earlier, but I thought this was profound. It says, even boredom can teach you who you are and who you are not. I was bored with my body. I was bored having too much medication. But I had to wait. I had to pause. And he also says, I wrote this, that silence is not an absence, but a presence. Silence is powerful. And deep listening to your soul, your mind, your heart, and your body is one way of managing this. Now, we all know the other managing way, and that is to go into meditation. Go into meditation, listen to that monkey mind that sometimes tells us things that are not true about ourselves. So, I want you to listen and watch beyond what the appearance is, but just welcome it in. Welcome it in without judgment. Welcome it in with oh, that's the story I tell myself? Or try to just cultivate some stillness. You know? When I'm writing a talk and I'm like, I feel stuck, I don't sit there and feel stuck. I get up and go do something. I get up and I go walk around my backyard. I have an acre of land. I go out and I play with the dog. I go out and I do laundry. Because I know just moving, bringing that movement into my life is going to bring some other insight into what needs to be said. So do some movement. And the last part is called the flow, getting into the flow. And I thought this was really important because when we're in the flow, I don't think we pay attention. At least it just happens. It's just kind of a natural thing. But I think it's important that you realize being in the flow has some power to it. It says, flow doesn't not mean passive acceptance, but rather an active alignment with divine intelligence. Something special is happening when you're in the flow. And as Victoria said, is to release control. I love that. It was so sweet of you to say that. I've heard that song before, and I love that. But we need to let go. Just let go. And trust that the universe is unfolding perfectly. And we may not know how that looks. And that is very uncomfortable sometimes. But to release that and to follow your inner guidance without fear. Follow it without fear. And I know that many of us here are going through a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff, and it's kind of scary. Make a U-turn, see? See, God even knows here. What can I say? Just make a U-turn. It's okay. It was God's words. What can I say?
Technology.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's always perfect. But the biggest thing, and I think we say this every week, do not do it alone. That's what community is about. And it's been so easy because of COVID to get very comfortable at home, right? Very easy to stay in your jeans and your Jammies, thank you. That's the word. And just, and just say, oh, I'm good. I got my people out there, but we need each other. Turn to somebody and say, I need you. I need you. Tell her, do you need her? I need you. I need you. I need you and you and you and you and you. All of you. You. I need you. It has been so much fun. I talked about this last week a little bit, having some of you take me places. Because here's the truth. I learned how they all drive. and I learned how to hold on for some of them. And I learned how to keep my mouth shut for those that really know where they're going. And I'm one that always drives, so they didn't know that about me. But I just tried to entertain myself. So it was different. It was different, but it was like, as we were doing this, in fact, one of them, I'm trying to think who I was with. I can't remember. See, my brain was on vacation. Anyway, we went to pick up some awards. In the beginning, it was like I had all these little things I needed to do. Because, when you drive, you just go and do it, right? Well, I abused a couple of them. Didn't know it at the time. But I took them on a ride to go pick up some awards. And then during that, I made a sales call. And I was like, oh, my God, where are you going, girl? The point is having all of them there for me was so heartwarming. And as I talked about last week, in the beginning, I could not lift my foot. And they would gently pick up. It reminded me of the woman who washed Jesus' feet. Picked up my foot and gently put it inside the car. That was a precious moment for me. And I want you to know that all of us can do that for each other. There's nothing different here. We're all in this together. So, I want you to think about a time. I've got several things here. Okay, now I know what I'm at. I want you to think about a time. I have a story I could give you, but I think it means more if you pick your own story. A time when you were either laid off, fired, or surprisingly let go. I think we've all had one of those moments. Okay? When that happened, how did you feel? Yuck. Scared. Afraid. Maybe even panicked a little bit. A lot. You can talk here, guys. I'm not afraid of you. A lot of anger. Self-doubt. Anybody have any self-doubt? Oh, yeah, constantly. Yeah, what are you going to do? What's the next thing?
Look for solutions.
What's that?
Look for a solution.
Looking for a solution. That's right. So we're constantly moving forward. The thing is, if we put in the steps, which is to pause, but in that moment, you're kind of in that, I'm not sure, but at some point we get to that pause stage. So think of when you got to that pause stage. You went, okay, unfortunately this is real, and I have better words for it, but I won't say it on stage. Is that we eventually pause and go, okay, what am I going to do? Then we start to think about, well, what is it we want? What is it we really, really want? And I won't get into my story at all, but when I moved into creating Ohm, I had no clue what that looked like. No clue. And somebody else called me and said, here's what I want it to look like. Is God calling again? He must be. I'm trying to do the right turn here. Anyway, I had people call me. And then I listened. I still didn't know what that looked like, but I just listened. That's the same thing we're talking about here. Listening. And then I went into meditation. My meditation was hiking. And I hiked and hiked and hiked. And I just kept asking God, what does this look like? What does this look like? What does this look like? And eventually it just kind of started to unfold. It was a dream. So for each of you, did you do that? Did you say, what is this supposed to look like? And maybe some of you said, I don't know, but I'm just going to go there. I'm just going to move in the direction that I'm being led to, which is that divine voice. And that's the right place. And then what happens then, at least for me, and I said this last week, we're on 17 years. How in the heck did that happen? Wow. You guys are there, you know what I mean? And every day I keep saying, what is this supposed to look like? And I'm just evolving. I'm allowing it to evolve. I'm not trying to control it. Do I control you guys?
Okay.
Only on Sundays.
Okay.
And only for now.
And only for an hour, no. I'm mom. I have eyes in all parts of my head. I know everything. And when I don't know, I ask.
Yeah.
And when we make a mistake, what do? We all work on it together. There's no blame here. There's no judgment here. It's about the divine unfoldment in everything. Is this making sense?
Yes.
Okay. The thing that I want you to get, and we're going to come back to that quote here, is that we're all creating a new algorithm. It's a new pace. I love that voice.
Yes.
She likes it too, right? Come on over here. Yeah, right here.
Yes. I want to listen to you.
That's good. Thank you. We're all creating. We all have the capacity. Today is about reminding you that you have that capacity and for you to embody that capacity. So I'm going to invite you now to go back to your own story, and we're going to look at this quote one more time. And I want you to see how powerful this quote is. The best way to end something is to starve it. Let go of it. It doesn't matter anymore. Maybe you got healing on it. Maybe you got some forgiveness to go. It took me 10 years for me. I just accepted that was something I had to work on. But I had to starve the feeling that I wasn't good enough. I had to starve the feeling that happened to me. You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
You have to starve that. Have no reaction. I knew I was creating a community. If I reacted, what happened? It happened to you, not to me. So I had to have no reaction and go someplace and get that healed. Just don't feed it. I worked very hard at not feeding it. And I learned a lot along the way. In fact, one of the things I learned was I lost God. Talk about being scared in the middle of starting your own ministry. And I ended up going into silence for 3 months until I heard that voice. When I heard that voice, I said, I will never leave you again. And I'm divinely guided by that voice every single day. I say this to you because that's the truth about you. You are always guided by that voice. Don't ever allow it to not be a part of you. And it will never, ever, ever, ever take you the wrong way. It always goes the right direction. Don't feed it. That's where the true power lies. Where attention goes, energy flows. So whether it was buying one chair, whether it was somebody giving me, everything in here, by the way, is paid for. And it may not look, I'm really thrilled that all of you are here today. But I want you to know every single day, except I think Saturdays right now, is filled with doing something here. That's really cool. Yay, you like that, huh? She's back there going, yay! You're on my side. And when energetic patterns are broken, new worlds emerge. That's what we're doing. We're trying to open a new world here. Because after COVID, nothing is the same. Would you agree? Nothing is the same. So we have to be creative. We have to be innovative. We have to trust in the divine unfoldment, not just within us, but everything around us. And we have to trust and move in that trust with grace and not in fear. And the last thing is, don't return negative energy. Remove yourself. Create a new algorithm. I hear all kinds of negative stuff from other people. And I just let it blow off because I know that's what they need to say. I don't need to embody it. Same with you. You don't have to embody it. We can be there and listen and then say, basically just say, you're going to be okay. That's the bottom line. So I'm going to end with a quote from Holmes, and we'll have our singers back, but I'll end with a quote, and then I will go into prayer, and that'll be it for my talk today. So Ernest Holmes said this: "You are one with the infinite. Live for." It's all over the place. We have 2 little ones in the back. You know what I mean? We have to see it. So let's close our eyes as I end today. Just knowing that the title of edginess has become smoothed out. That we know through whatever activity of life, we are one with the infinite presence at every given moment, and we can just simply close our eyes and say, come to me, breathe through me, as me, make me an infinite wisdom. Give me that wisdom that moves through me so that I may be here, present now. And so I know as we go through the week, we just remember that we're one with this infinite, powerful presence that's everywhere. And there's nothing to do but just to be and allow and to pause and to get into that flow, wherever it may be. It may be just washing dishes. It may be driving down the street. It may be, my favorite is being in the grocery store with a mom that's having a hard time. Just be one with the moment and know that's all you have to do. Because life is about moment to moment to moment to moment. And by the end of the day, we have given then all the grace that we have, and we live for that grace. And we just say, thank you, God, and we go to sleep. So with that, I'm just grateful. I release my words today into the infinite law of good, of love, of truth and balance, knowing that today we've learned this, and we embody this, and we take it out into the world, and we now give that love and abundance and balance away. So let's all take a deep breath and say, and so it is. And so it is. Amen. Thank you very much. Let's bring back. Thank you.